So today's conditions just, well, they suck. The winds are starting to pick up a little bit right now, which is better because they were like 10 knots with like 4.5+ foot swell, and the boat was just aggressively rocking and rocking. So winds picked up a little bit and I was able to do my first, well, it's not the best, but.
We're Steph and Travis, Canadians who didn't know much about sailing. We didn't let that or a global pandemic stop us from living our dreams, and we've been winging it ever since. We took off from Toronto and made it to Grenada in year 1, and we've got no plans on stopping. Subscribe to join our life on the water. Thanks to our patrons who keep the dream going.
As you can see how aggressive this is. Wing on wing. But we have swell coming from every frickin' direction. We're still in a damn rodeo, but it's definitely not as bad as what it was. So, a little bit more manageable. I just hate when the sails flap. Look at the pull. Up. Down. I'm flying! Steph wouldn't be very happy with me, but I'm tethered in, so safe-ish. Good spot.
I could keep you safe and sound.
Calm enough right now, so take the opportunity while we can. Hopefully we won't spill any of it, because it's precious.
Very precious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got off wing on wing because the wind shifted again, and then with the swell it just made it again shit. So we're now going straight 90 degrees east, and we're on a broad reach, and we're kind of going with the big swell, so it's a lot more comfortable. So I figured we'll refuel now, just because I like to put the you know, fill up our tanks. We've only motored 33 hours. Man, we spill more on an anchor than this. It's not even a joke.
That's funny.
It's funny. Every last drop. Gotta shake the tip.
It's dying. But I am gonna hang on to it because there are still some viable leaves here that I could use should I need it, because obviously as soon as I throw it out, I'll need it. Because it's rather comfortable right now, I'm going to take the opportunity to do a little bit of cooking. I would say that we did pretty good in terms of meal prepping, making frozen meals, and getting enough food. We always have an overflow of pasta, rice, canned food, things like that. So I wasn't too worried about making sure that we had enough meat for X number of meals, lunches, dinners, etc. I've been saving most of the frozen meals that we pre-made for days where it's a little bit rougher and we might not want to be cooking. So because it's calm, I'm going to definitely take the opportunity to make food for today and also potentially a little bit more for later. I'm just going to be making some pasta noodles, something pretty easy, and then also making a little treat for Travis, some cookie dough that we can throw in the freezer. I feel comfortable taking out sugars, flour, and all of that and doing it underway. So we're going to get to that today.
Yeah, I would say when it's calm enough, the kitchen really lights up. Otherwise,
Hey,
I'm eating.
pepperette sticks.
Otherwise, I'm eating not so good.
So I learned this from a blog. They're like Asian fusion garlicky pasta noodles because there's butter, olive oil, garlic in here. And that sauce is oyster sauce, fish sauce, soy sauce, and brown sugar. And then we're gonna toss it all in together and then serve it with Parmesan cheese. Oh God, the oven's opening. This stuff and sesame oil. Cookie dough's almost done too. Gotta break apart some chocolate because I ran out of chocolate chips. Yeah. Here we go, we're done. I know the pasta doesn't look like much, but let me tell you, they are packed with flavor. And then you top it off with this Trader Joe's chili onion crunch, sesame oil, and Parmesan.
I haven't had lunch, and you're telling me you want me to put this in this container?
Yeah.
It's not gonna make it.
Put it in there. It's gonna taste better cold.
You're right, but it tastes good now too.
Put it in the container. There we go.
Can't just eat one bowl of pasta. You gotta eat 5.
Yeah, it's stuff's the
Haven't you had this
best.
for a long time?
Yeah, I got backups. Backups of everything. Now sesame oil. That's good. Swirl it all in there. Get the flavors going. Okay, let me know what you think. Because use a picky piper.
That's pretty basic, but
It is, because I didn't put any meat. Normally I'd like chicken or shrimp and green onions. Yeah. Sleep tight.
thanks, babe.
It's only 4 p.m. and we're already fully zipped up. Each day it gets colder and colder, earlier and earlier. And it's quite apparent that we're out of the Caribbean climates for sure. Long pants are on and socks for night watches and everything. But I'm so thankful that we have this full enclosure because we used to really only use it for protection from the rain, but it's been so helpful in curbing that wind chill. On the bright side, it does mean that we are getting closer to our destination. That cloud's coming with rain, or with wind. The rain is here.
Yep, 20 minutes.
It's actually kind of peaceful
Yeah.
because we have the seas following us and we're kind of just getting pushed. Some warm oatmeal on a rainy day. Oh, there's your spoon. And came and went fairly quickly.
Wondering when this wind was gonna come. So much different when you're going with it. Like, this is 20 knots of wind. Got the pole out. Fully enclosed in here, so it's like you don't even notice. Look at this. In the next couple days, there's a system that's going to be probably 20 something knots. If we keep in this direction, it's going to be like pretty much right on our nose. And I don't want to sail 20 plus knots close hauled out here. Maybe close reach I will, but close hauled, no. So tomorrow we're gonna, when the winds shift a bit, we're gonna aim straight north because right now we're heading 90 degrees. We're heading completely east. So yeah, tomorrow once the wind shifts more out of the west, we're gonna tack straight north, and then the winds die at night, and then I'm gonna motor for 24 hours till the winds pick up, and that's when they're gonna come heavy, and then we're gonna aim south, and then we're just gonna broad reach it all the way south until it passes, and then try to head back north. That's the plan if it unfolds. So yeah, 20 knots of this isn't bad. This is comfortable. fish.
Nice. We are just going to sear the tuna with a sesame soy sauce dip and then cover it in sesame seeds.
Yes, I filleted this on the back of the boat.
Okay, don't let it drip. It's
These conditions. Just to give you some context, we're traveling about 7+ knots and about 15 to 16, 17 knots.
We tried to reef, well we did reef actually, and we're still flying.
Yeah.
How is it?
Pretty good. Very good.
It took exactly 2 hours from reel to dish. And it took 5 minutes to eat it and wash the dishes.
Yeah, too bad it wasn't the other way around.
Yeah.
2 hours to eat it and 5 minutes to make it.
We just really enjoyed it. That pole's been out for like 2 days and it's supposed to be used during light winds, but it's been fine.
I don't know. I'm not much of a pole expert. I know nothing about them. I just thought you had to use them in lighter winds to hold your sails, but we've had a lot of variances in the wind. And I'm just like, well, it's been holding up pretty well, like even at 20 knots.
I think it's stabilizing us, if anything, from the roll.
I don't know. I'm a little worried, but like at the same time, we're moving nicely and nothing seems overloaded or stressed. So I'm like, but we're doing like 9.5 knots.
Yeah, max is 10.2, which is crazy.
So I don't know, like, do we just keep running it, I guess? I could furl it in maybe a little bit, but I don't know.
Rainy start to day 13. Usually in the Caribbean, when it rains, it passes in like 2 minutes before you even close the hatches or zip anything up. But it's been consistently raining for a few hours now. So that's why we're getting the drippage that we are into the cockpit.
2 days of cloud. Now we've had a day of rain here for morning.
We ain't in the sunny Caribbean anymore.
Nope, we're not.
As we're on a starboard tack, we are heeled to the port side. So our port side is relatively dry. The water just kind of drips off the other way. But our starboard side is a little wet. We've got some leakage from the overhang. So it's a little bit wet, but the enclosure keeps us fairly dry. Well, dry enough that we're not sitting here in foul weather gear, so not too shabby. Okay, you're exaggerating. It's not that cold.
I would like to just be warm, okay?
What kind of Canadian are ya?
The Caribbean Canadian now.
The best way to keep warm. 2 blankets and 2 pillows. And this mattress pad, so I'm pretty warm.
Freezing! So we're gonna use some of the fish bits that we didn't eat because they were all full of blood. Throw that on the line today and we'll see if we can catch anything. It's been like 2 days now and we haven't really had any sun. So our batteries are getting a little low. They're about 67% right now, which is not too bad for autopilot running 24/7, our fridge and freezer 24/7, all the instruments, our internal lights at night, and charging our Iridium, laptop, phones, stuff like that. So not bad. And since we have our little generator, we have more gas for the generator, that I'd rather expend the gas for the generator than turn the motor on just to charge the batteries, because I'd rather have the motors for charging the batteries plus getting somewhere, but we're making pretty good ground. So I'm gonna go out there and see if I can get this generator working and this heel and everything. There you go, 39 amps. So that's working. Leave that on for an hour or so, 2 hours. We'll charge this sucker up. Oh, you sleep there?
The swell's pretty big right now. We're just bobbing around, but the dolphins jumping and playing in front of our bow are making it a little bit more bearable.
Yeah, there's no wind and big swell. It's being real shitty. Oh, he jumped.
Oh, that one's the small one. He flips his tail.
Oh, he jumped.
I don't know if I saw that. Oi! Frickin' roll. We need a minimum of about 12.5, 13 knots so that our sail fills up enough and doesn't do an aggressive flap with the swell.
And we have a freaking massive roll. There's no warm water. It's like pretty unsaleable when I was just like getting death rolled.
Motor's on.
Motor's on, but it's supposed to. The wind's supposed to die completely tonight. Anyways, we're supposed to turn the motor on, so I just hope it doesn't hurt us financially. Like, look at this. This is still brutal.
We tried changing course.
Yeah, I tried every course that we could possibly do. Nothing. Can't even change course to it, so have to turn the motor on. We'll just be puttering along, but we got the head sail up a little bit. The mainsail, second reef, just locked off center. Like it's kind of not what you're supposed to do, but it's dramatically stopping our roll, which I know it's not good for the sail, but it's better than, like, we're still getting death rolled here.
Well, I get a warm shower out of it, so it's worth it for me.
Yeah.
After you suffered.
Yeah, I might have another shower now.